Hello, my name is Corey Quicken, and this is my lab of the eye anatomy and reflexes. So here's my cow eye. I just pulled it out of the package. You can see there's a lot of fatty tissue as well as the extrinsic muscle here, which will be the first structure I can identify. And I believe that is gonna, it's hard to hold the camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this might be the optic nerve, right where this little corner is. But we'll dig more into that once I cut away all this fatty tissue and muscle. All right, I apologize for my daughter and her jumper. It's the only way I can get her to do this. So after I've removed all this muscle and fatty tissue, so right here you can see the cornea, which is the frontmost part. I had to get the extrinsic muscles out of the way, which were these right here, to reveal the sclera, which is this part down here. It's the outermost layer. And then you have the optic nerve, which comes right out the back. Alright, so I cut the eye in half, so we have the posterior portion and the anterior portion. Let's start with the posterior portion because there's only two structures here. So right here is the retina, and over here is the choroid layer. See in this green area right here. And we move to the anterior portion. So you have this part, hard part is the lens. And if we flip it over, it's easier for me to just cut away a little bit of the cornea to show you the iris. And you'll have this tiny white thing under here is the lens. Retina, people. It's also the anterior chamber as well. So the last part of the lab is showing pupillary reflex. So we're specifically looking at the eye, which is the center black part. It'll constrict when it's exposed to light. So you typically want to do it in a darker environment. So when I have my lights on in here, my eyes aren't exactly, they're already constricted. So I'm gonna have to turn out my lights. I have my handy flashlight because the one in the box died, but hopefully this works. So you typically want to be in a darker environment for 30 seconds. At least that's what the lab says, but once it's dark in here, the pupils dilate. So as soon as this shines, so you can see how they were big. The more I put in my eyes, the smaller they get. They're actually pretty quick to dilate and constrict.